Hi, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be telling you how to stop doing this involuntarily and how to start doing it voluntarily because you have way too much money. And the reason why you're doing this involuntarily is because you are wasting your time and money on these 3 advertising platforms that do not work very well for dropshipping. So I'm going to give a quick disclaimer right at the start here because this is a little bit of a hypey title, and these advertising platforms are not that bad, okay? They obviously exist and they obviously make money because people keep spending money on them and they can work. However, I have found that they do not work very well at all for dropshipping companies or dropshipping businesses compared to any other advertising platforms out there. I definitely have to make a video on really good advertising platforms other than Facebook ads that you need to be focusing on, but these are some of the worst out there for dropshipping. So that's just the quick disclaimer. They can work and they can get better over time. Just right now, focus your efforts on some other platform. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. And the first one that I'm going to talk about, and I actually have a big hatred for this one, is Twitter ads. And I'm going to go into pros and cons of both of them because I want to give a fair trial to all of these advertising platforms because yeah, they do have their benefits and they're not all that bad, and I want you to weigh them out for yourself, right? So we're going to get into Twitter ads, and I have my little list down here, so excuse my diverting eyes. First of all, we're going to look at the pros of Twitter ads. So first of all, you only pay for objective completion, and what I mean by this is that you're only paying money when people complete the objective of the campaign that you set. So if you're trying to get followers to your Twitter page, you'll only pay per follower that you get, which is great. However, this isn't like a brand new thing. Google AdWords uses this auction type service. Amazon sponsored posts have this. It's widely used throughout advertising platforms, so I'm not giving Twitter like, oh wow, you're so revolutionary. No, a bunch of platforms do this, and I want to make sure I'm in focus. So that's something right there. You're not going to be blowing a ton of money. Secondly, there's actually pretty decent targeting. It's kind of hard for me to talk about all the targeting options that you have, but you can target by hashtags used. You could target pretty specifically about like followers of accounts and stuff like that. It's actually pretty impressive, so that's a pretty good platform or a good feature of their advertising service that they offer. Not the best that I've seen, but it is pretty good. So they got that going for them. And thirdly, this is just kind of an incidence of nobody using Twitter ads, is that there's a very, very low CPC, cost per click. And this is because, yeah, nobody uses Twitter ads, so there's no competition, so you really don't have to be spending that much money to get your ad in front of people. But I mean, that's for a reason, because nobody uses Twitter ads. They're really not that good. But I guess if you do want to kind of be revolutionary and jump on Twitter ads, then there you go. That's a benefit right there. Then it's pretty cheap because nobody uses it. And if you are drop shipping, I can guarantee you that pretty much nobody is going to have seen your posts because, yeah, nobody advertises on there. However, there are some cons, and the reason why these platforms that I'm talking about I'm not recommending them, is because I feel that the cons outweigh the pros that are offered. So I got 2 cons right now. First of all, and they kind of go together, so I'll say them together. Nobody interacts with Twitter ads, and this is because people are on Twitter for very, very little bits of time to kind of satisfy their ADHD throughout the day. So people are on for like 5 minutes at a time just to kind of scroll through their feed, see if there's any tweets that catch their eye. And at this point, if there's an ad, most people are going to skip right by it, especially if it's not kind of like a funny ad that caters to people that are on Twitter. Because really the only thing that gets their attention is going to be funny posts or things that cater to their entertainment wants. And if you just have a post for like a coffee mug on there, unless it's a super passionate niche and it's a really, really cool mug that you just can't pass up, people are going to be easily able to scroll right by it and not even think twice. I hardly even register Twitter ads at this point just because I'm not looking for them, and when I do see them, they never interest me, so boom, right by them. And that makes Twitter a pretty bad advertising platform, and I really don't see it getting any better. Try it out if you want to. I can't recommend it. Your time would be spent a lot better on other platforms. So we're going to get into number 2, and I really want this to succeed, and there's a chance that it will succeed in the future. However, right now it's not that good at all, and what I'm talking about is Snapchat. So the pros of Snapchat, first of all. The main pro is that it is Snapchat, right? Everybody has Snapchat. Everybody knows about it. There's hundreds of unique users a month on it that go on daily, many times a day, right? So there's huge potential for reach. Obviously not as big as Facebook, but it's pretty up there. Additionally, it's on the forefront of a lot of really cool technology. Specifically, what I'm talking about here is augmented reality, right? You have the Snapchat filters, and if you've seen, there are sponsored filters on there now that are like customized per the business that's actually running the ad. Like there was a Chase one the other day that I saw. There was a couple banks. I don't know. But it's very interesting. These are brand new ad ideas that have never been done before. So Twitter's definitely on the forefront of some really cool technology. It's not that accessible for all advertisers on the platform right now, but you know, it's still a thing. And in the future, when it stops becoming such brand new technology, it can be used by smaller companies. So in the future, yeah, they got the technology to be really cool. However, some cons. It's relatively new. The advertisements on there are relatively new. They're still trying to figure out how to effectively monetize Snapchat. It's really not that established to where you want to be dumping a ton of money into it. And with Snapchat ads, I looked this up and it was kind of weird. The minimum you can spend per day is $50. So you can't really just kind of dip your toes in there. You actually have to commit a good amount of money if you want to get into Snapchat ads. And right now I don't feel it where it's at the place to where people can really get in on it. Right, so we're going to go ahead and go to another con, and that the audience is pretty young. Right, got a bunch of middle school, high school kids on it. A lot of these people do not have money. They're just on there to talk to their friends. Big portion of the audience, therefore, is not anything valuable. You're just wasting your time. Okay. Thirdly, it's very easy to not even register ads. When you're skipping through Snapchat, all you have to do is tap and it's gone, right? I skip Snapchat ads within half a second, if that. I hardly even register what the ad is before I know it's an ad, and I just skip right by it. Right? So I actually didn't do research on if they charge per objective completion or if they charge per 1,000 views. I think it is per views, but I'm not positive on that. Either way, the conversion rate is so low, it's not even worth it. Until they come up with some interesting way, like they make the augmented reality more widespread, Snapchat really doesn't have a good place, especially for dropshipping stores when you're just gonna like throw a product out there. I do get Wish.com ads on there, and I mean, I guess they can work, but it's not that effective. So don't waste your time on it right now. Wait till they become more advertiser friendly in the future and know what they're doing. So third, this is a little bit of a debatable one, and this is Instagram ads, right? Okay, so Instagram, owned by Facebook, their advertising platform is pretty much the same, right? Yes and no. So I'm gonna get into the positives of Instagram right now. And this is going to go right with Facebook because it's pretty much the same thing. So some good parts of Instagram advertising. Targeting, always very good. The Facebook system of targeting is great. I love it. I think it's great. It could be a little bit better, could be a little bit more specific in some areas as far as targeting goes. However, it's pretty good. So same goes for Instagram. Ad setup is very easy. The whole process is very streamlined. Once you get the hang of it, it's super easy to put up another ad. And additionally, it blends right into the feeds. It's not like, oh, there's an advertisement. It's right in there. So if you can post pictures that are pictures that the people that you're advertising to would see on their feed, it can actually draw a good amount of attention. So that's something. Now the cons, Another con, or the first con, is that it blends into feeds, okay? It's a great thing and it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing that it blends into feeds because it's very easy for people to just scroll right by it if it's not extremely eye-catching and tailored to their interests very specifically, right? Super easy to just keep scrolling through. Secondly, Instagram is very short-term with attention. This goes for Twitter and this also goes for Snapchat. People are just on there to scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh, you see a picture you like, boom, you like it, you scroll, you could do that in under a second. And that's for their friends or really close relatives and just people that they're affiliated with already. And if you're just throwing an ad on there, a company that they've never heard of before, they're gonna, without a second thought, just scroll right by you. The attention is so small there that it's really, you're not gonna get much out of it. And especially because they charge per view, you're gonna be wasting a lot of money there. I know personally, whenever I run Instagram ads, I've gotten virtually no sales from them. They're horrible. Third is that click rates are pretty small, and this goes with the first two things as well. People are just going to scroll right by. Even if they do see the picture, they might just like it and then that's it. They won't actually go ahead and check it out on the website. People really aren't on there to find products like this. They're just on to see what their friends and certain celebrities are up to, not to see what these products are for. So guys, that's really it. These are the 3 platforms that I really can't recommend. Man, I really hope I'm in focus. I'm stressing myself out about that. Stay right here. These are the 3 platforms that I really recommend you don't spend money on. You can focus your time and attention and money on way better platforms that I'm going to cover in a future video. Twitter, I don't think it's ever going to be good. Just avoid this. Snapchat, keep an eye on it, see what they're going to do. Right now, it's really not that good, especially for the drop shipping realm. But it does have potential in the future. We'll see where they take it. And Instagram, just do Facebook. Honestly, the interaction on Facebook is so much better than Instagram. Just don't even waste your time. Always uncheck that Instagram button when you're making ads on Facebook, and you're gonna be so much happier. You're gonna get so much more bang for your buck. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take everything I say with a grain of salt as well, because this might work for you, who knows. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell button to get notifications whenever I upload a video, which is every day, unless I get sick. Additionally, go ahead and check out my website, 101ecom.com, as well as check out the link down in the description for a free 14-day Shopify trial if you want to get your thing started and you want to avoid these platforms when you are starting. Also, leave any comments. I want to help you guys out. I always love comments. It gives me something to do throughout the day. And I'll see you guys in the next video of whatever I make. Peace out.